Hi boys and girls, it is Thinking Thursday, and today we're going to be thinking about math. We didn't have Math Monday due to Memorial Day, so today we're going to discuss math. All right, we are going to first start out with place value. We talked about it last week, and I'm going to take it a little bit further with you, and you have a few problems with place value, and then we are going to talk about greater than, less than, and equal to. And I have a fun way to show you how to remember greater than, less than, and equal to. All right, so let's get started with place value. I have some special things over here, and we are going to discuss once again what is a 10, and we review with a little review. We can look at our 10 frame and the things that are left over. And so we have one group of 10, a group of 10, a 10 rod, and 3 left over with 1, 2, 3 left over. So what does that equal? 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. We have one group of 10 and 3 ones left over. So we really worked hard on that. And we also talked about last week our chart here. And once again, I have one group of 10, so I have one group in the 10 spot. And then I have 1, 2, 3 straws in the ones, 3. When I look at that number is 13. And that is telling me I have one group of 10 and 3 ones left over. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? And we can take it over to our place value, another thing that we had in our classroom. And here I have my ones and my tens. I have one group of 10, and I have 1, 2, 3 ones left over. So that number is 13. That's telling me I have 3 in my one spot, 1, 2, 3, and 1 group of 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? This is going to be very important with our work today. This is what your homework looks like, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do this. And I want you to remember our ones column and our tens column when we're doing this paper, okay? So if you cannot print out this paper, you can use a whiteboard. And that's what Mrs. Gadsden's going to show you. And parents, you can draw these little boxes and things for your child for their work. So this is how we're going to do it. All Mrs. Gadsden did was I drew some rectangles. Okay, a line down the center, a line across, and I put a T for tens and an O for ones. Okay, just like our ones and our tens column over here. T for tens, O for ones. Okay, and then do another box. Try and get at least 4 boxes, and I'm hurrying so they're not the straightest, but and then you want to have 2 lines down below. All right, just like the paper that you can download or print out. They have 2 lines down below. Okay, so this is our ones, this is our tens, our ones and our tens, our ones and our tens, our ones and our tens. Then parents, you can go ahead and draw some problems for your child to figure out. For example, I am going to put 2 10 rods, which is like this, in here. And then I'm going to put some ones over here. And then you're going to have your child figure this out. Remember, these are 10. So how many 10s do I have? Well, it looks like I have 2 10s. 1, 2. So in this first line, I am going to put a 2. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. When I look at that number, I see a 24. Well, let's count up here and see if I have 24. We're going to skip count by 10s. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24, and it matches. I have 2 groups of 10, 2 groups of 10, and 4 ones. All right, and then parents, you can go ahead and do another one. Let's do this. Let's see if you guys can get this one. All right, remember, this is a 10 rod. How many 10 rods do I have? Yep, 1. And how many ones do I have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this number right here is 16. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Excellent. All right. Okay. Do another one here. And I want to see if you guys can do this one. Get ready. All right, let's look at this one here. How many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many ones? 1, 2, 3. Do you know, boys and girls, what number this is? Such a large number. It's 43. Wow. Well, let's check. Remember, we're going to skip count by 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. Excellent. 43. I have 4 groups of 10, 4 of these, and 4 ones left over. Or 3, sorry, these. All right, 43. And so that's one way that you can do your work if you are unable to print out this paper. Okay, so go ahead and create this, stop the video, and then come back so we can do the second part of our work. All right, welcome back. We're going to do the second part of math. And once again, parents, if you can print out the papers that I've sent you, the worksheets, wonderful. If not, no worry. We can do it on paper. We can do it on a whiteboard. Okay, so the second part of math is going to be on greater than and less than. Okay, and as you can see, there's quite a few numbers. And I am going to show you how to compare numbers to see which numbers are greater than another number, or which number might be less than, a smaller amount than another number, or the other thing is equal to. And I'll discuss that in just a second. I want you to look at this right here. This is an alligator, and this alligator is going to be very important on how to learn about greater than and less than. Okay, so if I go to my whiteboard real quick, here are our symbols. We have greater than, less than, and we have an equal. Let me begin with equal, because equal is the easiest. If I have the number, let's say 7, and I have to put one of these symbols in the center here, and I have the number 7 on the other side, 7 is the same as this 7. So if I have 7 items over here and I have 7 items over here, I am going to use this symbol, which means equal. that means that I have 7 dots over here. Then I am going to have the equal amount, the same amount of dots over on this side. So in the circle, I would put an equal. Just like in your homework paper, there is a number 2, and over here on this side is a 2. If I have 2 over here and 2 over here on the other side, that's the same. They are equal. So I would write my little equal sign. Equal. All right? Let's practice one more time with equal before we move on. What if I had 10 and 10? Is that the same? If I were to have 10, let's say 10 pieces of gum over here and 10 pieces of gum over here, wouldn't that be the same? Yes. Equal. That's the symbol that would go in the middle. All right. So now let's work with greater than and less than. We're done with our equal. We understand that. Okay? What's important to remember about these symbols is that the way that they are. Let's take this one with greater. Okay? Remember I said this little alligator was going to help us? Let's turn this symbol into an alligator. Okay? So I'm simply going to make a little mouth, part of the mouth, an eye. Okay? This is an alligator with his mouth open wide, and he's got some sharp teeth. I just took this symbol and I turned it into an alligator. You can actually kind of still see this symbol, the black. But now it's an alligator with his mouth open. The alligator is so incredibly hungry. He only wants to eat numbers that are the greater number. Okay? For example, if Mrs. Gatson were to put the number 9 over on this side and the number 2 on this side, which one is greater? Which one is a larger number? Is it 9 or 2? Think of it this way. If Mrs. Gatson said you could have 9 pieces of candy, or you could pick 2 pieces of candy, which one are you going to pick? Well, if you love candy, you're going to pick the 9 pieces because that's a greater number. That's more pieces of candy than just 2. Well, the alligator wants to have more candy as well. And so as you can see, his mouth is going towards the 9 pieces of candy. He doesn't want 2 pieces of candy. He wants 9. So whenever you see this symbol, you have to think of it as like an alligator opening its mouth. And the alligator is so hungry, it's only going to want the larger number. All right, so watch. Let me erase this. And let me put the numbers 8 and 7. And in the center here, we have to put one of these symbols. Let's turn these symbols into alligators. And all you have to do, boys and girls, if you don't want to do the whole face or anything, you could just put teeth. Teeth. Okay? Now the alligator wants the larger number. So remember, his sharp mouth is open to the larger number. Which one do you think we should use? 8 and 7. Think of 8 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And think of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, this one has more circles than this one. So 8 is larger than 7. So our alligator is going to once again want to eat the number on that side. So I am going to pick the mouth or the symbol that goes this way. The alligator is eating the larger number. Okay? All right. I'm going to show you one other example. All right, we are going to quickly do one more example, and here I have the numbers 5 and 8. Which one of these symbols should go in the center? Should it be equal? No. Remember, equal was the same amount. So if I had 5 over here, then I should have 5 over here. Or if I have 8 on this side, then I should have the exact same over here, 8. And we don't have that. So that's not going to work. Now I have these two symbols. Is 5 greater than 8? Or is 5 less than 8? Well, when I look, I see that there are 5 noodles over here, and there seems to be more noodles on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3 more noodles on this side with the number 8 than there are with 5. So 8 is definitely the larger number. So 5 is less than 8. I do not want to have my alligator's mouth facing 5, okay? That would mean that the alligator is not eating the greater number, all right? So this is the symbol I'm going to use. This shows me that 5 is less than 8. 8 is our greater number because the alligator's mouth is going towards the larger amount, the larger number. So if Mrs. Gatson were to write this symbol, it would be like this, and I would add teeth, and that shows me that the alligator is eating the larger number. But I would read it as 5 is less than 8, okay? You'll learn how to say these as you do more and more of these, but right now the most important thing is the symbol. You want it to go towards the larger number, okay? You want that alligator's mouth going towards the greater number, all right? And then we'll learn and practice how to keep saying them. Okay, so parents, also on that work, there's something that is like this, and you have to have your child put in the number. Remember, this is the symbol, meaning that this side is going to be greater than this side. So I know, for example, I could put the number 6 over here and the number 1 over here. And this would tell me that 6 is greater than 1. Okay? So that's another part of the homework where you have to fill in numbers. And the other part is true and false. So, for example, they would have a problem possibly like this and say, is this true or is this false? Okay, T meaning true, F meaning false. And if you look, my alligator's mouth is facing the 4. Is that the larger number? Is that what the alligator wants to eat? No, the alligator really wants to eat the 6. That is a greater, larger number than 4. So this is false. It's not true. Okay? So that's just a simple way of doing that. Once again, boys and girls, you'll be doing this in 1st grade, so you'll learn even more. This is a little bit of an introductory to it. So have fun with your work and have a great day.